Hello YouTube, this is the Dragunity King starting off his first decklist profile with Dragunities, aka the Dragunity Hurricane. Alright, I'll start pretty basic and then work my way into my tech with all my sections. First off, 3 ducks. You know why you play 3 ducks? If you don't, I will be having a video later about how to play Dragunities. So, next, 2 flanks. I think you should run 2. I personally run 2 because I feel 3 is too many and 1's not enough. If you run into that makes more space for tech. 3 Legionnaires. You run 3 Legionnaires for the same reason you run 3 ducks. You've got to run 3 of these at least. I run 2 Atlas because the same reason I run 2 flanks. Alright, now this is when the Hurricane part comes. I run 3 Armor Leviathans because I spam the OTK as well as Latlock when necessary. For those who don't know what Latlock is, you will find out as well as the OTK. I play 1 Malefic Stardust, 1 Light Darkness Dragon, 1 Spirit Reaper. I see people that play 2, people play 3. I kind of want to add another one in because I love this card. People that do Midnight always know when I have it, and it's so funny because they know they can't do nothing about it. It's always at the best times. 1 Zephyros the Elite. I mean, he makes so many plays, being able to bounce it just special out of nowhere, sets up for the traditional plays, which I'll show in my how to play Dragunities video, at least with my deck profile and way I feel like what you should do with them. 2 Effect Veilers. You gotta have them with all the nutty stuff that's popping up nowadays. Effect with Insectors, Wind-Ups, Rabbit even. Something you just need to do. Chaos Hunter. It's my favorite kind of tech because she's so easy to get out and she stops your opponent from doing so much of what people want to do in this format, and that's remove from play. When your opponent special summons, discard 1 card from your hand, special summon her. They can't even bottomless her, and it's so beautiful for me to do on that first turn. If I don't get dice roll and I draw onto her, I'm loving it because I want my opponent to go off because she stares down so many monsters like Stardust and Sheehan. Also Logia, which is hilarious. Alright, spells. I play 3 Dragon Ravines, 1 Terraforming. You can play more. I mean, play up to 3 if you want to play up to 3. I just cope with 1 with my deck profile. 1 Future Fusion. You know why? You got to target that 5-head, dump everything to the grave. 2 Trade-ins. I play Trade-ins instead of Card of Consonance because I play like 5 little 8s. Kind of want to play another one. Not really sure I'm going to put that in right now. Play 2 MSTs. You gotta play at least 2 to 3 MSTs. You gotta watch out for those defissues and all types of other things that'll mess up your gameplays. I play Heavy Storm. Some people might say you shouldn't play it because you want to protect your field spell, but I don't think it's that important all the time. Because especially if you play the deck right and you can get it set up fast, it doesn't matter anymore. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Quill Pen, which is like, this is part of my tech. I like it because it's like a little pot compulsory. Pots, you can select 2 wind monsters in your graveyard, 1 card on the field, return the 2 monsters in your graveyard to your deck and shuffle, and then target 1 card on the field, return it to the owner's hand. So it's like, put 2 of my Dragunities back in the deck, target my opponent's boss monster, bounce it back, and then Forbidden Lance. Forbidden Lance helps protect you from a lot of stuff. You don't ever want your opponent to play Chain Disappearance on your Phalanx when you special summon them. In case they do, if you got one of these in hand or face down, it saves it completely. Also saves your ducks from a bottomless, as well as all those other nutty plays that people like to play, like Mirror Force and whatever else. Alright. I play 1 Solemn Warning. I don't play Solemn Judgment, and at least not anymore. I used to play the whole Solemn Brigade, and then I switched in between just 1 warning and a judgment, or just 2 warnings. I personally don't like it because I'm just too aggro. I don't really need a lot of traps, so it's just the 1 warning, the 2 Deep Prisons, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, One Dark Bribe is the best chance card in the game to me because when you're stopping your opponent, especially if you time it right, it's almost like Solemn Judgment, except you're not paying half your life points. You know, it's just basically there to say hell no to whatever about to play. So yeah, they get a plus off of it because they get the draw card, but it's like depending on when you use the card, like Solemn Judgment can determine how useful the card is going to be. And then Icarus Attack. Some people don't play Icarus Attack. I recently just got back into playing Icarus Attack. You can play. I know I prefer if I was to play Icarus Attack and I'd only play 2. I wouldn't play more. I wouldn't play 3 because my wing beasts aren't going to stay on the field unless you're playing Legion or Control. Like I said before, I will be doing a lot of different Dragunity deck list profiles because I am the Dragunity King and I just want people to understand different ways to play the deck and show you how good it is. You know, my extra deck consists of I Adjusted Cataster, TG Hyper Librarian, Magical Android, which I will side out because I only play 2 Badrianas. Only because I feel like I don't really need 3. It gives me a little bit more variety. Because sometimes in my area we have blood matches. If it goes into a draw on time call, where the first to gain or lose life point wins or loses. So it's kind of like, oh, if I get to go to dice roll, I can just make Android in my turn and I'll win. I don't really care how I win as long as I kind of win. Play 1 Brio. Play Black Rose is like the hardest link roll to get out in the deck because you don't play 3-star tuners, you know? So, or it's like I don't want to take out the deck because you never know when you're going to need a Black Rose, and then I'm going to sit there in the tournament looking stupid. Like, I can't believe I entered this thing on a Black Rose for what? Just to add my 3rd Badriana or something else, you know? Play 2 Stardust because I also have my Malefic Stardust in the deck, and I gotta remove 1 at a time, so gotta keep my other 1 in there. Thought Ruler, I love Thought Ruler. I mean, you know, pay 1,000 life points, negate a card that will target a Psychic type monster. Takes I like making him than making Android, and it's like, in phase I gain 12, and I always swing with him. Can't negate anything that targets like D Prison, Sakura to Armor for people who randomly still play it. You know, stops Chalice, Lance, all those other cards that people will play as well. And gains life points for the monsters that it beats over, and it's 27, so it's smack Stardust, you know what I mean? Scrap Dragon, hey, he's just a great out card, you know what I mean? You get Scrap Dragon after like a Black Rose effect in your opponent with like low cards in hand, your opponent's just sitting here looking like, yeah, this is about to be gained in a few turns, just draw set, pop, swing, swing. Trishula can be made in Dragunities fairly easily. I love making him. I laugh because I can make him first turn when I'm going first, and it's like, wow, I can just make this and pluck 1 card out their hands for no reason. But I never do it, you know. It's just something funny that I notice I can always do with the deck. And I'll go on and show that again in my videos that I plan to make on how to play Dragunities. Trident Dragon, the guy you need for your OTK. I love this guy. It's like so many times I play with my friends, I don't even bring them on my extra deck. I just tell you what I'm doing. And then they just like, okay, I scoop. Okay, 5-headed dragon and your target's a future for future fusion. Alright, YouTube, that is my Dragunity Hurricane decklist profile. Like, subscribe. See you around YouTube.